Yep.
All right, and off we go. Interesting board for Dimwit, kind of already set up with a split board. Meanwhile, Octagon blocked by a lot of stuff just through the middle of her board, but a big opportunity to open the board up in the middle column.
Yeah, Savage is having to maneuver around that split board on the two sides, but has more chances of playing some stuff around because of that. Meanwhile, as you said, him with having to, maybe not think too much about where to put stuff, given that the board is already decided how it should be cleared.
Yeah, having that board just split up into 3 segments early on really makes it hard for you to plan combos, and really is going to force you to just go for single clears and really just take the combo aspect immediately out of your game. We're at about the minute mark here, and it looks to be 12 viruses for Savage Octagon, 7 viruses to go, and it looks like a bit of a misplay for Savage, and not able to get the misflip off. Looks like she is playing on high speed, so we'll get that speed indicator for you here at some point. But as it stands right now, it is 6-2 to 6-7, and a bit of a problem for Octagon. As John, looking at her board as Dim went out at a minute 33, everything's either buried or hard to get to.
Yeah, basically she has a chance to play every color because she had every one virus of each color, but she manages to make it out of there at 144.
Doesn't look particularly thrilled with what's been going on, but as we know, anything can happen. We could get a quick turnaround here. Dimwit is going to be throwing some garbage down, and it looks like in a bit unfamiliar of a position, as Octagon has actually managed to come back, is now within 2, and seems to be surging here. Octagon's biggest problem is trying to get some access to red. Meanwhile, for Dimwit, he's got a pretty diverse board. It's just that everything is sort of congregating all the way off to the left side, and there's not really been much help for him.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Dimwit is planning on some stuff that might just happen later on his board. I mean, I know that he's been trying to learn how to just see farther down than he usually does. So, there we go. That was the plan all along, to use that piece of yellow to clear horizontally.
And Octagon is within 3 and actually has a really nice clean board. Dimwit has a bit cleaner of a board, though, as he's down to his final 3. We're going to see Octagon do a drop cross combo. Big help for her. We're going to see the same from Dimwit as he's down to his final virus. It's oops, all reds for Savage Octagon, as she's got 4 to go. Great horizontal placement. Dimwit out at about 311.
Yeah, but Savage Octagon not too far away, only needing 1 more peel of red color just to get out of there. Come on, Mario. There we go. She will be out at 322.
And Dimwit off to a bit of a rough start here, needing to get some blue help. He's going to get it, but doesn't decide to quite execute the play just yet. He now decides to have a big drop for a big cross lightning bolt. But it's actually Savage Octagon in the lead right now, just by a slight margin, as Octagon starting to make some low drop combo plays. We're about to see a drop cross here. I really like this play, setting up beautifully in column 7 and 8. Excellent setup. That puts her at a 3 virus lead, as Dimwit looking to play just a little bit of drop time here, as nothing really firing off as far as pill color combinations go. This has been a big advantage for Octagon, though, as she's about to be down to single-digit viruses. She's now down to single-digit viruses, maintaining a good lead on Dimwit, as she's about to clean up through 8. Just looking for a little bit of help. The blue horizontal looks like it's going to happen, and setting herself up beautifully for that puts her down to 3. Meanwhile, Dimwit, not a lot of blue access, and is buried in the corner.
Yeah, Dimwit needs a lot of help of Red in order to open up his board. Meanwhile, Savage Octagon just playing great endgame, setting up everything and realizing what the pills are necessary to set up some horizontals. And now she's on the lead, going out at 447.
Dimwit's now right behind here at a 457. So these players both on 9. It's going to come down to who finishes fastest here on 9. Octagon has about an 8-second advantage.
Yeah, this is the last level that they have to go through, so it's all on this one level. Whoever can make some moves here to get out of it faster is the one that's going to win. Dimwit is doing a lot of cross combos from what I'm catching from the side of my eye.
And it seems like he's dependent on those, and it is slowing him down. It's managed to keep Octagon in the lead by just a bit, but Octagon's biggest problem right here is she's a bit stuck on columns 5 and 6, and not really been given a lot of red to access much else of the board, as it's now a tie game, and Octagon now starting to play a little bit more aggressively. The right play is to play that flat, and she does. She maintains a 2-virus lead. Now she'll be up by 3, but here comes Dimwit with a cross to make the margin just 1. And Dimwit is now about to tie it up, but Octagon immediately responds as Dimwit makes that clear and is down to a dozen viruses. This is getting real close, folks, as we get into the home stretch. Octagon is going to clear out the blue and really playing everything just amazingly efficiently, as she's down to her final 7, and Dimwit at a dozen and not really able to work that corner out. Octagon just needs a little bit more help, and she is going to be out of this level, and she may take game 1 from last month's runner-up. All she needs is 1 blue and 1 red, and she will be out at 6 minutes and 38 seconds, giving her a win.
Wow.
And I think she's just waiting to catch up. But
yeah, she's just
that is
seeing what's going on. Yeah.
Savage Octagon taking the 3 seed down by a narrow margin, but still managing to hang up a win and giving her a 1-0 advantage.
I mean, this might be the what's it called? Well, the setback that Dimwit gets finally in one of the months, just like we saw Paki fall a couple of months ago against the Dave. Then this might be the big what's it called?
And our chat blowing up right now over that. Is that a table in Dimwit's background? I think that's a wooden chair. I think that's what we've assumed it is. As Dimwit slowly accessorizing his play space. But it is 1-0 on a great time. And honestly, 8 and 9 for Octagon were just lights out.
Yeah, I mean, she managed to keep it very close on 6 and 7, and then it was just guns blazing in 8 and 9. Just perfect gameplay. That misdrop very early in this game didn't really matter in the end, but she managed to just shake it off and keep playing.
All right, Dimwit using the SAT words in the chat, explaining his accessorizing situation back there. We're waiting for readies from... we have readies from both players, so... And we are off. Both players ready to go, and it looks like a lot more favorable board for Dimwit. Favorable for both players, taking a look at this board early on.
Yeah, Savage trying to figure out how to attack that horizontal. There we go, getting the right pills there. And everything else is mostly set up except for a little bit of garbage on the right side. Meanwhile, Dimwit, not having a lot of places to go for those yellows, but just setting them where they might be helpful to combo into some other pills that might also not be too helpful for him.
And we're watching Octagon play really brilliantly around the garbage. She's finally decided to tackle it. But the way that she's been managing to just kind of play around that one single yellow pill fragment to get some stuff cleared, it's starting to slow her down now, but it was brilliant play earlier and a good play there to get things cleared out, as Octagon is going to favor some drop time here. But look at this cross. It puts her at 7, but Dimwit in a bit of a lead. But looking at Octagon's board, it's not going to be very difficult for her to overcome this. The last pill, or the last virus, obviously is going to be the one all the way up top there in column number 6. Dimwit down to his final 3 and a bit buried as well, but he's going to combo out both players out at the same time. But the clock lead right now is in favor of Octagon by just a few seconds.
Yeah, basically toe to toe, they're getting out of level 6. I mean, both of them just managing a little bit of tough RNG there. Savage was needing some yellows that eventually came, but she waited and used everything else around her, and Dimwit just setting up combos that would eventually be triggered.
Octagon starting to make some drill plays here, but it was a good drill, as she is down to 20 viruses, still maintaining just an ever so slight lead over the 3 seed. Octagon about to run out of yellows. Dimwit maintaining a pretty diverse top line. Everything is below row 5 at this point. And again, making some good plays to set up some stuff vertically with those horizontal clears. He's down to 9 and has started to take a bit of a run here away from Octagon. There's a cross drop, and Octagon is a bit buried on that right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was trying to set up something or it was just bad RNG that she couldn't figure out how to overcome. I mean, it sometimes happens that this game gives you some weird sequences of pills that just don't make any sense, and you cannot even get out of playing the garbage or even setting up something that you could eventually play. So it might be one of those.
She is fighting it through brilliantly. Dim went out at about 2 minutes 55. As Octagon's problem now lies in this left corner. It looks like she might be trying to go for that horizontal play, John, but has opened up the vertical play. I think that's his call now, or her call rather, excuse me. And it'll be a 3-13 for Savage Octagon, as Dimwit pretty firmly through 6 viruses ahead right now as Octagon gets started on her 8.
Yeah, I mean, again, she had to fight through some strange RNG. She figured out a very quick way of moving around the garbage that she had. So I think that now just a 3 virus lead is something that might be overcome. So it's still anyone's game.
It absolutely is, and we're seeing some really just brilliant planning here by Octagon. Just trying to get out of 8. She's got 22. Really, it's this row 4 is going to be her biggest problem, as that's blocked off most of the board. Meanwhile, Dimwit having a bit of, he's going to start needing to clear out row 4 to really start getting free and clear at everything on this board. But he is making some stuff work, and I think he's going to cascade a little bit of garbage down. And it is a tie game here as we approach 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, Dimwit having to play with some garbage and drop time, but still taking those horizontals.
Octagon went for a very bold play. Didn't quite work in her favor. It's not something that's going to really slow her down too much. She can work around it, but still, it was high risk, high reward, and the risk didn't pay off.
I mean, in this situation, I think that's the right call. Just try and go for that play. Sometimes it works, and when it does, then you just make it happen. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be.
Dim went out at 4:57. We're going to see a nice fat log there from Octagon. Normally celebratory about those. A bit somber as she's trying to get out of this stage. Just needs a blue-yellow. That would be the optimal piece, and that's going to arrive. Special delivery. She'll be out at 5:14. But Dimwit already going to town, up 11 viruses over the 14 seed.
Yeah, he's really making it hard to catch up. And I mean, this is exactly what you want to do. You're 1 game down, you have to bring it back. So yeah, bring it back with a big performance on this second game.
And we've seen Octagon throw some absolutely wild nines here in this first round. So it's definitely within the realm of possibility. As a great clear, that opens up a lot of those reds, puts her to within, it looks like 7 viruses as Dimwit's starting to go to work. And looking at Dimwit's board, everything's concentrated high up right in the center of that board.
Yeah, however, Savage's line is a little wonky, and it needs a lot of help from blue or blue-red. Really, that's what would work here.
And it seems like you've called the right pill there as they started dropping for her. She's now actually tied this game up, John, as we go into our last stretch here. 14 viruses for both players. Savage commanding an excellent run-through. I think she sees this triple. Going to drop it into a quad combo. That's going to put her in the lead by 2. Can she dethrone Dimwit? Could she be the first person to take Dimwit out in round 1? It's going to come down to the wire, folks. But looking at this, it is 3 viruses, now down to 2 potentially, as Octagon clears horizontally. She's going to do it, folks. She just needs the 2 blues. One more, and she has done it. She has taken Dimwit out in round 1 with a 655-60. Savage Octagon has upset Dimwit in round 1. Unbelievable.
I want some points. Beautiful.
One of the biggest round 1 upsets in Dr. Mario Monthly history. Savage Octagon sweeps Dimwit 2 games to none and will advance to round 2. Dimwit is out.
I mean, showing that, now no one is safe in this game anymore. If Dimwit is out, then I guess, anything can happen, except what might happen later with some dude against Frank. But,
speaking of which, we'll take a minute to recover from this, but dead man walking.
Yeah.